Everyone thought Nathan would propose to me on our 7th anniversary. I didn't expect that day. He brought a girl. The girl is hiding behind him, glaring at me provocatively. I really have nowhere to go. I thought my sister probably wouldn't mind. Of course I don't mind. After all, the person I am going to marry is not Nathan. I broke up with Nathan. He thought I was throwing a tantrum. Until I handed the wedding invitation to him, he started to feel nervous. I know I was wrong. Since you want to get married, I don't have a problem either. I just hope you won't leave me. I took out the marriage certificate. I feel a bit embarrassed. Already belongs to someone. Nathan, you have no chance left. I saw the lackey following behind Nathan. My expression suddenly changed. The deafening music on the yacht suddenly stopped. The gazes around us were unabashedly focused on her and me. Maybe it was a joke. Perhaps it was mocking. It may even be sympathy. I am feeling upset. Standing behind Nathan. I hope he gives me an explanation. Nathan's expression was very natural. Take out the gift to give to me. Speak softly. Happy anniversary. I didn't answer. She, however, did not consider the atmosphere, tightly holding Nathan's sleeve. He poked his head out and said, "Sister, I'm sorry. I have never attended this kind of gathering. I would like Nathan to take me to see the world. I hope my sister won't mind." That little face was not made up. It looks very cute. Instantly attracted everyone's attention. Someone spoke on her behalf. "Ha ha, Sister Emily definitely won't mind." As Nathan's secretary, it is appropriate to see more of the world. But some people also looked unwell. Rush up and ask, "Nathan, what do you mean today's banquet is to celebrate your 7th anniversary with Emily? You not only arrived late, he also brought a woman. What are you doing?" The one who spoke was my good friend Olivia. Nathan's expression changed instantly. He glanced at the people around him who were enjoying the excitement. Whisper, "Let's talk about this matter when we go back. Don't let others make fun of you." I tightly grasped my trembling right hand, nodded. Nathan smiled. It seems that my understanding makes him feel comfortable, so they were a little nicer to me. "Emily, come and take a look at this gift. I went through a lot of effort to find such a good pink diamond." I opened that gift in front of everyone. Inside is a pair of earrings. 2 pink diamonds were crafted into a small rose, one on each side. To be honest, in fact, they are quite small, to avoid losing face for me. Everyone remained silent and said nothing. Gritting his teeth, he began to give compliments. "Wow, who said this pink diamond is small? This pink diamond is really impressive. I think Emily is really lucky. I have been with the now extremely popular financial star for 7 years. Only I am truly happy for her. Nathan hasn't personally chosen gifts for me in a long time. In the past, transfers were always cold and impersonal. This time is different, even if it's just a small diamond. It is also filled with his intentions." I laughed particularly happily in his arms, but Sophia didn't seem very happy. She pretended to accidentally get her dress wet. Then she asked me to take her to change clothes. While changing, "Sister Emily, could you please help me take off the necklace?" I reached out to pick. Suddenly, a burst of light blinded me. I was taken aback for a moment. Her gaze unconsciously fell on Sophia's necklace. It was made of pink diamonds. It looks like a sky full of stars. Sparkling, in contrast, the pink diamonds in my ears instantly appeared dull in front of her. Sophia fixed her hair. A shy expression appeared on their face. He insisted on giving me this. He also said that this design was created by him. "Sister Emily, do you think it's beautiful?" After a while, I heard my own response echoing alongside the sound of my shattered heart. Beautiful, after he left. I couldn't help but rip out the earring and throw it into the trash can. The ear was scratched, lost a lot of blood. Returned to the hall. Nathan is being urged to get married. Everyone asked him, "You two have been in a relationship for 7 years. Emily is not little anymore. When do you plan to marry her?" Nathan smiled, casually changed the topic. "Emily and I are not in a hurry. I will definitely invite you to the wedding." The person asking the question felt a bit embarrassed. All right. Then I'll be waiting to attend the wedding celebration." I raised my eyes and glanced at him. The expectation in my heart has significantly weakened. I walked straight towards Nathan. "Who says I'm not anxious?" "Nathan, when do you plan to marry me?" I asked him. Nathan was taken aback. The expression suddenly became serious. "I don't want to get married right now. Is it interesting for you to pressure me like this?" I think he might have misunderstood, but there was no intention to explain. Nathan grabbed my arm somewhat roughly, pulled me into the room. He said in a stiff tone, "Okay, Sophia will not appear in front of you again. Don't get angry. Today, Mr. Johnson from the Cheng Tian Group also came. He values the relationship between husband and wife the most. Don't mess up my affairs. It turns out that the donated pink diamond was also for the sake of profit. My heart suddenly ached. It's like countless thorns piercing into the flesh. Turbulent. It hurts so much that I'm bleeding. I forced myself to hold back the nausea rising in my throat. Let's break up. Nathan didn't seem to hear, still thinking about how to please Mr. Johnson. I shook Nathan's hand off. Go out and say it loudly. I am getting married on the 7th of next month. Everyone is welcome to join. As soon as I finished speaking, blessings echoed all around. Only Nathan's complexion was not very good, he said. Emily, you have quite a temper. Can you know when to stop? I clearly said to wait a little longer. I am not unwilling to marry you. It's not good for a girl to be so eager to get married. I frowned and said, I never said I would marry you. Then who do you want to marry? We have been together for 7 years. Who else can you marry? Nathan didn't take my words seriously at all. Seeing Sophia run away in anger, immediately chased after. He doesn't even want to pretend anymore. This is not the first time I have seen Sophia. About a year ago, she just started her job. Not much experience, the education level is just barely passing. However, Nathan kept promoting her, became his personal assistant. That period of time, Nathan often works overtime. He often comes back smelling of alcohol. Once, Sophia personally took him home. Nathan leaned his entire body against her. The lips gently brushed against her neck. It seems very intimate, although Sophia was exhausted and out of breath, but she provocatively challenged me with pride. Sister Emily, Nathan is drunk. I sent him back. If it weren't for him blocking the drinks for me, I wouldn't get this drunk either. You must not get angry with him. I took over Nathan. One can always smell a faint scent of wine. You drove him back. Sophia was taken aback. Inquire about the way. Yes. I raised my eyelids. Look at her. There is a little smile in my heart. Called 911. Hello. I want to report someone for driving under the influence of alcohol. Afterwards, Nathan acted as if nothing had happened. Completely avoid mentioning Sophia. I didn't ask him either. Honestly. Girls like Sophia who want to take shortcuts and put in less effort at such a young age. I have never really cared much. But unexpectedly, Nathan has struggled and fought in the marketplace for many years, seen many things. I prefer this kind of simple person instead. Finally, Nathan left irresponsibly with Sophia. By the time I had calmed down the guests who came to the banquet, it is already very late. Olivia cares about me. Say, Emily, Nathan is like this to you. Are you still planning to marry him? I answered. Who said I want to marry him? He doesn't want to marry me. Others are still thinking about it. There are plenty of men. If it doesn't fit, just replace it. Olivia nodded. Remind me, it's good that you can think this way. But definitely do not look back at this moment. Olivia suddenly hugged me. Exclamation. Oh dear. Emily, why is there so much blood coming from your ear? I slowly became aware of a slight tingling sensation in my ear, frowning in thought. It's okay. I am going to the hospital to see my grandmother later. I will take care of it at that time. Okay, please tell Grandma for me. I will go to see her in a while. Okay, the hospital is not far away. It didn't take long to arrive. Just arrived at the door. I could hear my grandmother's laughter coming from the room. My suppressed emotions immediately became much lighter. Grandma. I have arrived. Grandma smiled. She invited me to sit beside her, said happily, Emily has arrived. Grandma really misses you. Do you miss your grandmother? Of course, I miss my grandmother. How has Grandma's health been lately? Grandma hasn't had a chance to respond yet. At that moment, a cold voice came from behind. Grandma is in good health. Don't worry. At that moment, I realized there were other people in the room. I smiled awkwardly, questioned Dr. Lucas. It's so late. And you're still here. I didn't notice him just now. Lucas is my grandmother's primary doctor. Young and talented, he is also very good-looking, but he always gives off a sense of aloofness. Difficult to approach. His gaze is very profound. There seems to be a hint of resentment in the tone. It's okay. I have gotten used to it. Suddenly, Lucas's gaze fell on my ears. Emily, please come out with me for a moment. I suddenly felt like I was called to the office by the teacher and was being reprimanded. I comforted Grandma and got into bed. I read her favorite fairy tale. After she slowly fell asleep, I just got up. Lucas has been waiting for a long time. He signaled for me to sit down as soon as he saw me. I don't know why. Every time I see him, I always feel a bit anxious. Dr. Lucas, is there something you need from me? I asked, Lucas did not respond. She simply put on the sterile gloves by herself. Then, with a blank expression, he disinfected my ears. I was startled. It really hurts. The pain shot straight to the top of my head. Lucas moved lightly. Only after quietly handling everything did he ask me, "What happened?" I try to keep my tone light, but the discomfort in my heart was impossible to hide. "I just made a mistake. It's fine." Lucas glanced at me. "Stand up and speak." "Let's go. I will take you home," I quickly said. No need, I drove here. However, Lucas didn't give me a chance to disagree at all. I had no choice but to compromise. "I have arrived. Thank you today, Dr. Lucas." "It's nothing. It is already very late. The street light at the entrance is a bit dim. I can only see a couple kissing at the door vague. I feel a bit embarrassed. Hurry past them." I suddenly heard a voice that I was very familiar with. "Are you really going to marry Emily?" Nathan's tone was teasing. He said it's okay. She is just angry. I'll be back obediently in a little while. It would be better to take advantage of this free time and enjoy it. "Okay, but when can I stand by your side openly and above board? I really feel wronged." Sophia lay in Nathan's arms. Her lips gently brushed against him. Nathan tightly wrapped his arms around her waist. He lowered his head and kissed her. "You little girl. Don't worry. When I get tired of playing, I will set her aside. Moreover, I have not liked her for a long time. She always looks like a strong woman. Show off when going out. It really makes me feel annoyed. I have no interest at all. It's actually you, ha ha ha. Let's find a nice place to have some fun." Nathan hurriedly walked away, holding Sophia close. The moonlight is very cold tonight. The cold light that shone on me made me feel a chilling cold. It felt as if it had penetrated the bones, constantly draining my energy. Nathan's words echoed repeatedly in my mind. The person who was once the closest to me knew best how to hurt me. His few words struck me like a hammer. I can no longer maintain my outward composure. Crouching under the dim streetlight, cry out loud. After so many years, the grievances in my heart are finally about to erupt. I loved Nathan for 7 years. However, during this period, he has become increasingly indifferent towards me. The number of times I go home is decreasing. No longer even mention marriage. I was really foolish. I always feel that time can heal everything, can make everything better. I tightly held myself. I want to find some warmth from within myself. Suddenly, a shadow appeared. He firmly pulled me into his embrace. "Emily, I heard that you are getting married, but the subject has not yet been determined. Could you consider me?" I raised my head. Everything is blurry in front of me. I can't see this man's face clearly, but I can hear his voice, feeling his warmth. Lucas held me in his arms, gently patted my back. The sound is so faint that it's almost inaudible. "You don't talk." It's equivalent to agreeing. "Don't cry." I feel very pained. When I managed to sort out my thoughts a little, only then did I realize what had just happened. Did Lucas just propose to me? He brought me home. I went to the kitchen and busied myself for quite a while. Finally, he served me a bowl of snow fungus soup. "Eat it while it's hot." "Thank you." The living room is quiet. Only the sound of me drinking soup and my nervous heartbeat. That, tomorrow, 2 voices spoke out at the same time. I scratched my head. "Say, you go ahead and speak first." Lucas nodded and said, "I have checked the almanac. Tomorrow is a great day for a wedding. The Civil Affairs Bureau opens at 8:30 in the morning. Let's go get the marriage certificate first. The wedding will be arranged according to your plan. Although the time is a bit tight, but no problem, just leave it to me. After receiving the certificate, I will take you to meet my parents. There is also Grandma. Let's have a meal together." He is particularly excited. Almost everyone is planning their honeymoon. I quickly interrupted him. "Wait a moment. What you said before is true. Do you really want to marry me?" Lucas sat up straight, even on a chair without a backrest. The waist is very straight. He took off his glasses. "Look at me seriously." "Emily, I am not joking. It's useless if you want to change your mind now. You have already promised me. Do not deceive me." Speaking, there was a hint of sorrow in Lucas's breath. I feel like I betrayed him. I swallowed. Wait a moment. I didn't say I wanted to back out, although the development of events took me by surprise. But I don't hate it. Even thought it was quite good. Lucas's eyes lit up. A charming smile tugged at the corner of her mouth. "Then get some rest early. See you tomorrow." I will wait until I receive the marriage certificate that has just been processed. I saw the man and woman above wearing red. I have some doubts in my mind. Is it too rushed? Strictly speaking, I only know Lucas a little. He is my grandmother's attending physician, in addition to discussing my grandmother's illness. There is no other intersection. Here is the marriage certificate for you. I paused for a moment before taking it. Lucas started using his phone to find angles. Took more than 10 pictures in total. Finally, a satisfied smile appeared. I accidentally saw him editing his moments. It took me by surprise. Quickly snatch his phone away. What are you doing? Post on moments. Can't I post it? Lucas narrowed his eyes slightly. The corners of the mouth are somewhat tense. I didn't tell you yesterday. Marriage is acceptable. However, there are a few points that must be made clear. First, our relationship cannot be revealed to friends and family over there. Secondly, we sleep apart. I will not fulfill my duties as a spouse. Finally, we will peacefully divorce in 3 years. Lucas frowned. Come closer to me. He held me in his arms. He said, First, you have already said you will get married on the 7th of next month. The man's relatives can't all be absent. Can they? Second, I have no problems. Third, let's talk about the events 3 years from now when the time comes. Let's go back to my home to meet my parents now. Lucas gently declined all my requests. I am a little unconvinced. Just say it. Then it's fine if I can't post it on Moments, right? Okay. I found out that I am getting married. Grandma was extremely happy. The more I see Lucas, the more I like him. She always thought I would never see Emily getting married in my life. I didn't expect to find such an excellent son-in-law all of a sudden. It makes her so happy that she could live an extra 2 years. I originally thought my grandmother would be a little surprised. After all, the grandson-in-law she had always hoped for was Nathan. I didn't expect her to accept it so quickly. I saw Grandma chatting animatedly with Lucas. I feel a bit embarrassed. Found an excuse to leave. Said they're going to buy food. When I returned after buying food, through obstetrics and gynecology, I was suddenly stopped by someone. It is Sophia. Sophia has changed a lot now, wearing all branded clothes. She is also carrying the new bag from the Xiang family. Indeed, clothes and accessories can change a person. Is there something you need to talk to me about? I appeared very impatient on my face. I don't want to talk to her much, but she didn't seem to notice. Continued to mutter to oneself. Aren't you curious why I'm in the obstetrics and gynecology department? That's right. I am pregnant. The child belongs to Nathan, I tell you. Only those who are unloved can be the third party. So what if you get married? The person he loves the most in his heart is still me. The child in my womb has a dad and a mom. In the future, all of Nathan's assets will be inherited. And you, it's just nothing at all. Sophia gently rubbed her small belly, completely immersed in one's own beautiful fantasies. I said amusingly, Oh, since Nathan loves you so much, then why don't you dare to tell him that you're pregnant? Sophia's expression changed immediately. Use sound to mask your unease. Said you are talking nonsense. I just want to give him a surprise. I nodded casually, turn around and prepare to leave. She held onto me tightly. Sophia's nails are long and sharp, leaves scars on my arm. Don't go. What do you mean? Were you just mocking me? Laugh at me for being the mistress between you two. Will the child in my womb always be mocked as an illegitimate child? You explain it to me clearly. I didn't expect Sophia to look so petite, but the strength is so great. In addition, I have to consider the children. I really can't pull her away during the struggle. Sophia's nails are getting deeper. I couldn't help but shout out. Her expression was very terrifying. Getting closer to me, the nurses nearby quickly came over to pull her away. I have finally freed myself from her control, but was trapped in the hallway. Can't go out. Hello, could you move aside, please? But no matter how I called, they can't hear anything, just crowding over here towards me. Some people say that girl is a mistress. She is also pregnant. This is truly remarkable. Your husband is having an affair. You actually don't care. Also, let the mistress take advantage of you. It's truly incredible. I think there is some reason to believe that her husband cheating is understandable. After all, that pregnant girl is fair-skinned and young. Men love the young. A group of people was pointing and gesturing at me right in front of my face. Even a person with a good temper. At this moment, I couldn't help but feel a bit crashed. Move aside. I said to let you all move aside. Can't you understand? I spoke with a choked voice, just when they were getting more and more excited. A hand separated me from them. What are you doing? If this continues, I'll call security. Lucas's other hand tightly held my waist. My nose touched his firm abs. He was enveloped in his unique white tea fragrance. My ears are a bit warm. They saw Lucas wearing a white coat, an expression of indifference, immediately scattered and fled like birds and mice. They are truly a bunch of cowards who bully the weak and run from the strong. Sophia saw Lucas protecting me as we left. actually shouting behind someone's back. No wonder you haven't been bothering Nathan lately. It turns out that a better partner has been found. I was walking, just about to enter the ward. At that moment, Lucas blocked me. You should wait for a while. Wait until Grandma sees you like this. I thought I was bullying you. I instinctively touched my face. I found tears that hadn't dried on my fingers. I feel a bit awkward. Then you can go in. I'm going to the bathroom to wash up. Good. I'll wash my face first. Organize your emotions when coming out of the restroom. I saw Lucas waiting for me at the door. I was seen in such an indecent state right after getting married. I feel a bit awkward. He is waiting for me to do what? Has Grandma finished her meal? When I walked in front of him, Lucas naturally took my hand, say, Grandma finished eating. It's time for you to eat. I tried to break free, but it was of no use. Just let him hold my hand. All right. I lowered my head. I just happened to miss the smile that flashed across Lucas's face. We finished our meal in silence. I think I still need to explain it a bit. I usually don't cry this much. I have only cried twice in my adulthood. Moreover, both times were seen by him. Lucas put down his chopsticks. Look at me carefully. It's okay to say that. You can do whatever you want in front of me. It's okay to cry. I enjoy teasing you. You cannot hide your emotions. Let me know. I was a bit taken aback. I heard this sentence 7 years ago. At that time, Nathan and I had just started dating. I always keep my thoughts to myself. Clearly unhappy, yet forcing a smile and saying I'm doing well. I have always been quite complicated. I don't like letting others know my true feelings. I think that protecting myself in this way will prevent me from getting hurt. But that day, Nathan found me, told me the same thing. He said, Emily, I hope you can trust me a little more. I like that you share your feelings with me, whether good or bad. I will always be by your side. I love you. Believe me. Okay, my long-closed heart is slowly opening up. What I received, however, was your increasingly obvious irritation. I have already apologized to you. What else do you want? Looks unhappy every day. It's really uncomfortable to look at. Later on, Nathan didn't even want to make excuses for his late nights anymore. Has our love really suddenly turned bad like this? Of course not. Just at this moment, I have just rediscovered myself. I came back to my senses. Looking up, I saw Lucas nervously pursing his lips. The gaze is somewhat vague. I smiled. Okay, I will not lose the courage to love and be loved because of someone unworthy. I have decided to officially move. Lucas is very busy with work, so I hired a professional mover. Watching the vast house gradually become empty, I feel a bit complicated inside. Every detail of this home was designed and arranged by me. The carpet from the wardrobe to the bathroom door, without exception. It's okay. Throw away expired items. The workers are very fast at their jobs. It took 2 hours to pack everything up. Thank you to the masters for your hard work. I have already sent the address to the group. You can go ahead first, after locking the door. I looked at the key in my hand. I don't know whether to send it to Nathan, just throw it away, just as I was lost in thought. Nathan hurried over. As soon as he opened his mouth, he began to scold. Emily, what's wrong with you? What do you mean by moving the things away? Are you threatening me? Do you think this is enough for us to get married? Don't overthink it. I'm not falling for that. I handed him the key just for you. I just left. Result? The key was knocked away by Nathan. After rolling over several times, it fell into the sewer, completely disappeared. Nathan suddenly grabbed my shoulder. The gaze conveys a fierce determination. Why are you in such a hurry to cut ties with me? It seems that Sophia is right. You have found someone else. Why not call that person out to meet? I want to see who is so bold. You actually want me, the woman you have had for 7 years, accompanied by a crisp slap. Nathan turned his head. Blood oozed from the corner of the mouth. I was so furious that my whole body shook, feeling a tightness in the chest. I'm really angry. Nathan, you are going too far. Nathan turned around, wiped the blood off the corner of the mouth. A smug smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. Say, Emily, you will never be able to get rid of me in this lifetime. I will pick you up in a month. Don't drag it out for too long. My patience is limited. After saying that, he turned around and strode away. I squeezed my eyes shut tightly. Try to calm yourself down, but I couldn't help but feel a pang of sadness. The Nathan from before was not like this. He once loved and cherished me. We once loved each other passionately. I met Nathan at a club event. He fell in love with me at first sight. The passionate pursuit has begun. A handsome boy who is 188 centimeters tall calls my sister every day from behind. Who can say no? I am immersed in his special love and commitment to me. Deeper and deeper. Reality has let me down harshly. Nathan's change of heart came faster than I had expected. He no longer calls me sister. I think this will make people laugh at me. He no longer wants to celebrate any holidays with me. I believe maintaining the cooperative relationship is more important than our little holiday. Yes, everything related to me has been marked with a price. As a result, it was said to be not worth it. The Nathan I remember in my heart has long disappeared into the past. I dried my tears, walked out of that house. There are 2 weeks left until the wedding. The wedding dress has not been chosen yet. Lucas accompanied me while I tried on many items. Either too exposed, either too outdated. Just found something I like. As a result, I was informed that it had already been booked by someone else. I said with some frustration, "It seems that this wedding cannot take place." Lucas smiled and patted my head. "Who said that?" As soon as the words fell, the waiter lifted the curtain in front of him. A delicate and beautiful wedding dress appeared before me. The cut at the chest is just right. It is also inlaid with small diamonds. The hem of the dress is adorned with sparkling diamonds. It truly feels as radiant as the galaxy. I couldn't help but be amazed. Wow, this wedding dress is really beautiful. Where did you find it? Do you like it? I quickly nodded. Like? Lucas has a big smile on his face, gently pushed me, tell me to give it a try. When I put on the wedding dress, I couldn't help but admire. This wedding dress suits me perfectly. It feels like it was made just for me. As the curtain rises, Lucas's gaze was fixed intently on me. Full of love, I was embraced by him. His warmth makes me feel incredibly warm. I gently stroke his back. I feel he is a bit trembling. Suddenly, a teardrop fell onto my collarbone. He whispered, "I finally saw you wearing this outfit 3 days before the wedding. We have started sending out the invitations. There are mutual friends of Nathan and me inside. It's no surprise that Nathan came to find me. At that time, I am confirming the wedding venue with Lucas." Suddenly, Nathan walked over. Looks very angry, eyes fixed on Lucas, as if about to explode with anger. He said in a mocking tone, "Oh, you acted really well. Truly like a professional actor. This venue isn't cheap either." I frowned, responded, "Your words are very unpleasant. Did you eat something? Have you studied seriously? Do you not know what it means to intrude uninvited? I didn't invite you. Please leave quickly. Otherwise, I will call security." Nathan felt a bit awkward. He turned his attention to Lucas. "Say, brother, how much did she give you? I'll give you double." Lucas scoffed, looked down at me. "Say, wife, don't you want to introduce it?" I hugged Lucas, laughing very happily. "This is my husband." Lucas, I rolled my eyes, thinking, Nathan is really an unreliable person. "Emily, how can you speak like that? I am your boyfriend. You can only marry me." Nathan wanted to get close to me, but he was stopped by Lucas. Nathan is very tall, but Lucas is taller. Although Lucas is a doctor, but the muscles on his body are no joke, much stronger. I saw Lucas tightly protecting me. Nathan is a bit anxious. I feel like I have lost something important. Nathan's tone softened. He said softly, "Stop messing around. Would you come back with me? I will apologize to you. I was wrong." I feel a bit helpless. "Nathan, how many times do I need to say this? We broke up a long time ago. Could you please stop being so persistent? When did you say we should break up?" As soon as the question was asked, Nathan finally understood. "Even if you said we broke up, I didn't agree either, please. What era is it now? Do I need your approval to break up?" Nathan still doesn't give up. "Emily, you are still angry with me, right? Is there a reason?" "Yes. It must be because of her. Rest assured. I was just playing around with her. If you care, I will call her right now to break up." As soon as the words were spoken, Nathan dialed the phone. It was also set to speaker mode. "Hello. Nathan, how did you know I was thinking of you? We are done." "What?" "Nathan, you quickly hung up the phone after you finished speaking, along with Sophia in front of me. All of them were blocked at once." He looked at me. There was a hint of pleading in his eyes. "Emily, you see, I have already blocked her. Don't be angry. Is it good or not? I promise that I will not have any ambiguous relationships with other women in the future." Okay, if it were before, hearing his promise, I would definitely be so happy to leap into his arms. I was thinking to myself, if Nathan had apologized to me earlier, will I forgive him? I'm not very sure either. However, I feel nothing inside right now. On the contrary, it's a bit annoying. I looked at him coldly. "Ask the way. Are you done speaking?" Nathan was taken aback. "Question. What?" I took Lucas's hand. I told him, "Let's go." I still need to confirm the venue with my husband. He noticed the 13th gaze turning towards him. I could only helplessly and amusingly say, "Just ask directly if you want to know." Lucas touched his nose. Then he said, "The person who just seemed a bit unreliable. It also made you cry. You really won't forgive him, will you?" After saying that, he quickly averted his gaze, trying hard to pretend that I don't care. I couldn't help but laugh, seeing his awkward yet cute expression. A wave of warmth filled my heart. I really can't understand myself. Why should I forgive him? Dr. Lucas is clearly so handsome and capable, but they ended up liking someone who wasn't all that great. So I walked up to him, the corners of the mouth lifted. "You are right, aren't you, Dr. Lucas?" Lucas is a bit anxious, had no choice but to nod seriously. Little did he know that the blush on his face had already given him away. I saw Lucas looking like this. I couldn't help but find it very interesting. How could Dr. Lucas be shy? Did Dr. Lucas just feel a bit jealous? Are you afraid that I might run away? I didn't expect Dr. Lucas, who appears cold and aloof towards the outside world, to be like this. Secretly, he is so possessive. I am getting closer to Lucas. Seeing his lips that were so close, suddenly felt a bit shy, hurry up and want to retreat. I'm sorry. At that moment, my wrist was suddenly grabbed by him. Then I felt the warmth of his lips. He kissed her gently. It seems to be tempting me to open my mouth, then go deeper. I feel a bit dizzy. His eyes became hazy, until I can hardly catch my breath. He finally let go of me. I leaned on his shoulder, gasping for breath. Yes, a puzzling remark echoed in my ears. Lucas and I blushed at the same time. He is responding to the question I just asked. "Are you afraid I will run away?" Yes, the day of the wedding. Sure enough, something unexpected happened. I checked my makeup in the dressing room. The makeup artist suddenly said she needed to go to the restroom. I didn't pay much attention. "No problem, come back quickly." As soon as the makeup artist left, I picked up my phone to reply to the message. Not many replies. The sound of the door opening came from behind. I thought it was the makeup artist. "You're back so soon. Wait for me a moment. I will reply to this message first." The footsteps are getting closer, but no one paid attention to me. When I feel that something is not quite right, Sophia is standing in front of me. My phone was knocked out of my hand. I looked up and saw her red, puffed eyes. The face looks very terrifying. The gaze is fervent and persistent. "Emily, it is you. It was you who caused Nathan to make me lose my child. My poor child. He is still so young. I left without having seen him at all. It's all because of you. If it weren't for you, he should be able to be born safely, become the happiest child. I now know what happened. Sophia, you calm down. You have lost your child. I am also very sad. But what does this have to do with me? You should go find Nathan. It is all because of you. If it weren't for your instigation, how could Nathan let me have an abortion? He loves me so much. Also love our children so much. That is his child. How could he possibly be so merciless? Sophia cannot accept reason at all right now. She acts like she's gone crazy. I don't want to say too much. Bend down to pick up the phone. I am about to call Lucas. I didn't expect that one of my actions would make Sophia uneasy again. She picked up the scissors from the table, firmly pressed against my throat. No hitting. Her vigorous action made me feel a sharp pain in my neck. I said, "You calm down, don't you want a child? I can help you call Nathan over. Can you ask him in person?" Sophia's expression softened a bit, but in the blink of an eye, the expression turned very indifferent. "He is willing to give up even the child for you. What reason do I have to trust you? I really feel upset. What is going on here? What Nathan did? It is I who suffers." At that moment, there was a loud noise coming from the entrance. "Emily, are you inside? The door is locked." The sound of knocking startled Lucas. This also made Sophia very angry. I can feel my throat tightening more and more. I desperately tried to break free from Sophia's hand, but it didn't work. "Let go of me. Quickly let them all go out. Everyone go outside." Just when I was about to reach my limit, Lucas kicked the door open forcefully. He rushed in. Seeing the scene before me, my heart involuntarily tightened. A wave of fear washed over me. "Emily." Lucas worked hard to calm himself down. "Ask the Tao. Your name is Sophia, right? Just tell me directly what your requirements are. I can help you solve it. Let go of my wife first. She is not in a good condition right now. You also don't want the hostage to be harmed, right?" Sophia lowered her head. "I do indeed look a bit unwell." So he loosened his grip a little, but the scissors in hand were still not put down. "I want to see Nathan. Let Nathan come over." Sophia had just finished speaking. Nathan burst in. I was taken hostage. His face immediately turned filled with rage. Sophia, let go of Emily. What's wrong with you? I have already said that we are done. The money has been given to you. Why are you still entangled with me? See Nathan. Sophia's mood worsened. Because of the child, children are innocent. Why do you want me to undergo surgery? I never agreed at all. What are you doing like this? Nathan's gaze was somewhat flickering, seemed very uneasy. He also said that the child is his. Why can't one make decisions on their own? Do you still remember that it was your child? He is still so small. How could you bear to hurt him? Talk about children. Tears filled Sophia's eyes. The scissors in hand also began to shake. Lucas seized the opportunity, grabbed the scissors, and threw them far away. Then he pulled me tightly into his arms. It felt like embracing a treasured possession that had been lost and found again. Emily, that's great, you are fine. I am sorry for not being able to stay by your side all the time. My voice is a bit hoarse. I don't want to make you sad. So don't cry. Nathan wanted to get close to me, but I don't know what to do. Emily, are you okay? I took the water that Lucas gave me, drank a sip to moisten the throat. Sophia should be coming to see you. Handle it yourself. Husband, we left. Nathan watched our departing figures. The anger in my heart intensified. Sophia, what's going on with you? I have already told you. Keep your distance with the money. Don't show up in front of Emily. I have been very tolerant towards you. Sophia was sitting on the ground. Hair is disheveled. Tears streaming down the face. Whispered tolerance. Ha ha ha, you are really very tolerant. Hit my child. Block my way. It has worsened my relationship with my parents. Now you say that you are very forgiving, she said. The smile grew wider. The smile became increasingly unsettling. Nathan trembled all over. I don't want to argue with you anymore. Let's go quickly. After saying that, she left swiftly. The back view appeared somewhat awkward. But how could Sophia possibly let him succeed? Nathan, get lost. Go accompany my child. He is very lonely. With Sophia's roar, only the sound of the cold blade piercing flesh was heard. The wedding between Lucas and me can only be temporarily postponed. After the event, Lucas held my hand tightly, a little scared. Fortunately, the other party didn't use a knife. I gently pat his back. Don't worry. Sophia's target is not me. She is indeed an unfortunate mother. But from the moment she chose to follow Nathan, one should face the consequences of the present. Just, our wedding might have to be postponed. Lucas rested his chin on the top of my head, gently nudged. It's okay. I just feel that the preparation time is too short. You might feel wronged. Emily, I feel a warmth in my heart. I don't feel wronged at all. You have given me the best of everything, just as our feelings for each other were escalating. The hospital called. Excuse me, may I interrupt for a moment, Emily? Because you are Mr. Nathan's emergency contact. Could you please come over? Lucas accompanied me to the hospital. It's okay. I am waiting for you outside. The doctor said that the knife wound directly hit the kidney, although surgery has been performed to repair it. However, future life will still be affected to some extent. Nathan's anesthesia hasn't completely worn off yet. He was surprised to see me. He tried to sit up and ask me, Emily, how did you come here? There was some distance between him and me. Say, I think we need to change the emergency contact, he asked. Why? I interrupted him. Nathan, I got married. He suddenly relaxed, sit back on the hospital bed. Her face was filled with frustration. He said, I know, but Emily, I can wait for you. Wait for you to get divorced, as long as you look back. I will always be by your side. I will not change my mind. Nathan, don't be like this. Emily, we still have a chance. Right. Nathan struggled to walk towards me, but because of weak legs, finally fell at my feet. He took a bunch of keys out of his pocket. Say, you see, I have found the key. It has not been lost. Everything still holds hope. We are the same as long as you are willing. We can return to the past. I looked at him calmly. No response. Nathan felt increasingly despairing. The eyes are red. The look in their eyes is very complicated. There is confusion, resentment, and a sense of disgust. It's just that there is no hint of affection at all. My gaze landed on the small bear charm on that string of keys. I used to break that little bear, missing an ear. The little bear in Nathan's hands, however, remained intact. There is nothing more to say. I turned around and hurried away. Nathan did not call me again. Later, I visited Sophia in prison. Through the glass, she reddened her eyes. I didn't expect that in the end, it would only be me who came to see her. Emily, you are right. I should have broken up with Nathan long ago. He is not a good person. I really made a mistake. In order to gain those small benefits, they ended up sacrificing themselves. Perhaps it was when Nathan cruelly abandoned me. Sophia had realized this a long time ago. However, it is not that simple for those who are in the situation to leave. But I consider myself lucky. Not only did I find myself again, I also met someone who loves me. I forgot to mention, Lucas and I have postponed our wedding again because I am pregnant. Our baby will definitely be very happy.